Well, hello my friends, Bruce here. Well, this is my annual little look at the yard. Now, it's hot today, but we have not had enough heat to turn our tomatoes red. They're getting white, as you can see, maybe there. We have a recurring radishes, beets, carrots, onions, and for the first time, turnips. And of course, tomatoes and marigolds. We grow spices and herbs every year. This is a rosemary. And this is oregano just going to flower. There's 3 different kinds of oregano in here. And 1 kind of basil grown from seed. And that doesn't happen very often here in Canada. Stargaze flame. I think that's verbellum there. Hosta. This is between the house and the garage now. It kind of has 3 or 4 different climates. Some different hosta and ferns, of course. Lilies just ready to go away. And some more fern. The ferns kind of hide the visual access to the maintenance man's area, which would be, my area. Our souvenir wall on the shed. And back to where I started in this little tiny square here. So let's go for a little walk. Okay, Mick, Zippo, Dave, I'll go up here. This is my cross section. I do a crisscross every time. Today I used the tractor. It's a 44-inch mulching deck, which is fine for the city. Some of you might know what a Zamboni is, and some of you might not, but that's the thing that does the ice at the hockey games and figure skating. And anyway, so I don't have to back up. I come here and then down the middle and then back in 3/4 and back out 3/4, and in that regard I don't have to back up, and I do the same thing this way. Just because it is a mulcher, you have to pick up the little bit of rooster tails and stuff that it leaves, but I think it's fun. Okay. So these apples are going to double in size, I hope. There, well, I guess we don't have to reach so high. There, that's a good size. So it'll be 2.5, 3 inches across. But this is craziness. Look at the peas this year. They're so heavy they're tearing down the pea fence. And the manager of acquisitions and dispositions has also now become our pea picker. And the beans, now they're getting trampled because we've been in there probably a half a dozen times picking. But the peas have been absolutely fantastic. And once again, I don't know if I've shown you this, but this is my first crack at the big Spanish onions, and there they are. Where are we here? There. Right there. They look great. And we still have 6 weeks to go before things get cooler, so we got corn cobs already. So this is absolutely the best garden I've ever had. There's my pumpkins over there underneath our 5 new towering Swedish poplars, and they're doing great. Best spud crop I've had in years. We're kind of digging a path. We've eaten 3 or 4 hills, and we're digging a path in. We'll probably start another one about here so that we have more light for the potatoes. The old poplar tree. So when the sun comes around, right now it's 2 and there's a shadow at the back. At about 4 o'clock, 4:30, the shade is over here, and I think she's the manager of operations now too. Her and I will sit out here and have an adult beverage, just as it starts to cool off. When I talk warm, 27 degrees in the afternoon. I don't even know if you guys even realize, but I have some green stuff. This is my 180. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but there it is. My LX 178. My 832 John Deere antique snowblower, if you can believe that. I don't know, I guess it's green. You don't have to see green. And I really would like to put up a carport here. Now, I've got these nice little ramps that I got from Dave, who sold me, well, it was a labor trade, but the LX 178, which is in mint condition, he gave me these ramps too, and I converted them so I could get up and out, in and out of this recessed area. This is where we used to keep our RV. For those of you who don't know, eh? So, Potentella, ferns, of course, Delphinium, more Potentella. We like to have a ring of perennials around the yard. Kind of gives it that old English look. I know there's lots of different English looks too, right? Ferns, poppies, wild grass, forget the name of that. I think my wife calls that verbellum. Bleeding heart, have we got any left? No, they're gorgeous, eh? Oh, there's kind of a dried up one, eh? They're great. Maybe we can find one underneath here. Nope. Daylily. And then I had some beans that I harvested from last year's crop because it was a good crop. And I just put them in here. And they've been fun. These are a geranium of some type, believe that. Petunias. Those are million bells, by the way. They're a type of petunia. And these beautiful bright purple ones are petunias as well. Now we're going to go up and have a look at the Norseman's rose. These are called Begonias and they grow in the shade. And they're doing great this year, eh? Oh, and this is our niece's border collie. That's Hannah. Say hi, Hannah. She's a great dog. Totally does everything. No issues. Except she likes to mark her territory the moment she gets here. So there's my backyard. Over 30 years, we've gotten it flat. It was really bumpy before when we bought the house in 1989. Can you believe that? Out front here, this is the drain for the rain barrel, so it has some slope. And we also get some moisture on the south side. It's really hot over here. So yes, bleeding heart. Here we go. Aren't they something? It's probably the last one on there. And then these are Nasturtiums. And I love them. I harvest the seeds every year and I replant them. And then this 3 matching petunias. Lots of color, eh? Geraniums. And then this is a mix. Hollyhock. And Nasturtium. And this is the, I'm going to pick it. It's just the most beautiful flower in the world. Oh. Nope, let me get that for you. Look at that. We'll come in here. Okay, that's how it grows. That's red deer's official flower. Isn't that a beautiful flower? It almost looks a bit like an orchid to me. And a wild rose. And then hosta does well in the shade, eh? And this tree is 24 inches or more at the trunk, and when we moved in I could put my fingers around it like that. And I think it's coming out next year. It's becoming not a hazard, but if it does fall down, it's going to take something out. We did the other 11 last year, right? So let's just have another little look here. Came through the gate back there, right? And then we come back the way we came in to my Zamboni yard. Strange name, eh? Rain barrel. I have it attached to a small hose. 2 spigots on there. One for the hose and one just for washing up. Because gardening is not clean. So thanks everybody for my little yard tour 2020. Alright, it's 5 after 4. This is what Free Mowers does. Gets every tool you own out and more. So you guys, I'll set you up here. And we'll just leave you like that. And we'll come back and we'll see what time it is. There. Reverse path. Okay, that was 16 minutes on the nose. So it can be done if you have it organized to start with. So if anybody's, you know, I hear lots of comments, and I'm not bragging, I don't think. Oh, your garage is so clean, your garage is so clean. So now, I worked at it a little faster than I would normally go, so let's say 20 minutes. I just did it for the video, right? And like, you know, all the drills are oh, look at that one, it's crooked, see? Now if I had taken that extra 4 minutes, that's my workspace. That was fun, huh?